The sculptor sees the stone for what it can be, not for what it is. Think about this for a second and think about the stone being many different things in your life. There may not even be a stone there, and you're seeing something for what it can be before it even is that thing. That's basically a lot of life, that how we basically traverse life. We see things for what it can be before it actually can be that. Now, this can go in reverse. So I don't want you to get it twisted and think, yes, we're all sculpting these stones into beautiful pieces of art. Think about many of the times when somebody said something bad that was going to happen, or something unfortunate that was going to happen, and then it did actually happen. Spoke it into existence, or they saw something for what it couldn't be, and then it was not that thing. That, to me, is something that really brings it home, because many times when somebody has said something indicting of themselves, that's how it's actually played out. Whatever they said that was going to happen regarding them, or how it was not going to play out, or what was not going to happen, that's actually what didn't happen. And it's tough to watch, because I watch it happen so many times with musicians, with athletes, with people in relationships, with people that are involved in community organizing. Many times it's arduous work, it's tough work. You don't ever really see a victory or a W, and we end up getting extremely jaded and sometimes nihilistic and thinking that, well, why even try to mold the rock? Why even try to sculpt it? Why do anything with it? Maybe I just walk away from this rock, or maybe I just blow this rock up. Because the idea is that how we see something for what it can be will determine what happens down the road. That's how much power that we have. So when you start getting enmeshed and entangled in the power that you may not have, or the power that you don't have, or how powerless you are, or when you start getting entangled and enmeshed in powerlessness, I'll say that because you already inherently have power. You have so much power. You have more power than you'll ever know. But when you start getting enmeshed in powerlessness, that's when you start to give up your power and you just walk away from the rock. Or you tip it over and roll it into Lake Superior. I don't know. If you can roll a rock into Lake Superior. But the first thing I want to tell you out of the three things, do not doubt your vision. Actually, I can't tell you what to do, but I will say this. You have a vision. I know that you do. And I swear to you that this vision is important because, and just hold on to this here, okay? We see things for what we are. We see things for who we are being, not for what they are. We can see how something could turn out in our vision. We can also inverse our vision to see how something cannot turn out. So you have the power to turn something into whatever your vision sees it as. We see things for what we are, not for what they are, or what other people see it as. There, as Nero Knowledge says, 8 billion people on Earth, 8 billion different worlds. So the point being is that somebody is going to experience a movie the same as you, have a totally different opinion about it. That's why we got Rotten Tomatoes. And so when you see something, when you engage with something, you're going to have a different experience than somebody else. Your vision is so important, and it is only unique to, you guessed, you. So when you have that vision, really, really, really take hold of it, because that vision is yours and yours alone. And you have the power to turn that rock and sculpt it into whatever your vision is. Somebody would take that rock and turn it into something else, but your vision would turn it into whatever it is that you think that it can be. So you can turn it into what you think it can be. You can also turn it into what you think it can't be. You can also have it be something that you can, how do I reverse this? My goodness, words today. You can have it be the thing that you don't want it to be. It could turn into the absence of something. So understand that your vision is there. Trust your vision. Trust your vision. The second thing is, your 3D is malleable. You can change your 3D however you see fit. This is the radical belief of the artist. You can even put this into perspective with the relationship you have. People have agency and autonomy. How you treat people, how you care for the conversation, how you perceive the situation is what you have control over. So when we talk about the rock, I don't want you to think of it as being like, oh yes, well I can do this with people and things. No. You can control the connection that you have with people. You can control essentially the conversation that you have, the care that you express, the compassion that you have. These are things that you have control over. These are things that you can take inventory of. The rock is basically an analogy for other things that you have control over in your life. For me, right now, it's my time. The sun is going down. I should not be filming right now with this light. However, I want to get this video done. I care about this video. I have control over whether I do this video or not. And it does not have control over me. If batteries run out on things, I'm going to change the batteries and I'm going to continue to do the video and get the video done. The thing is that is me sticking to my vision. I'm trusting my vision. I'm trusting myself in this process, so I'm going to get this video done. When you're dealing with the process of something else, it might be writing a song, it might be getting homework done, it might be having a tough conversation with a family member. As long as you envision it going through, you're going to see it through. If you envision it going sideways, it just might go sideways. The third thing, and I kind of just went against this in the last thing. Well, no, I didn't really. You are the rock. You should have the audacity to say you can mold yourself. I have this written down. You can change yourself. Sobriety from vicious addiction, ascension in a career people told you you'd never amount to in it, or physical and mental health. You have the power to mold yourself as the rock. You can really change this however you see fit. This is up to you. You're in charge. There are no rules. You are the one who is in charge of you. And so when we look at the sculptor sees the rock for what it will be, not for what it is, you can look at this in a sense of coaching. You can look at this in a sense of teachers, professors, parents, mentors, people that see the greatness in others before they see it. And you can see it also for yourself as well. In yourself. You can be your greatest cheerleader. And when you see something in yourself, or when you're able to perceive something, that's not just a happenstance, or just something that just is, what is the word for it? It starts with a C. I'm totally missing it. It's not just, I'm going to lose it. Can't find it. We will find that word later on. But it's not coincidence. There we go. And you can actually make that thing happen. And the big thing I'll tell you is that when you have these ideas and thoughts come to you, when you have like a creative thought, or you have like a project come to mind, or you have something that you want to say to somebody, usually for me, I have a pretty high distillation system. So when I want to say something to somebody, I run it through several different, not filters, but just checks and balances. And then I say it. I say, yeah, I love you. I really care about you. You are absolutely shining today. My goodness, what's going on? But that thing you just said, I've never heard it put that way. That is purely wit and brilliance. And like, it's not to like get anything out of the person or the situation. It's just to express authentically in the moment, because when that's happening, there's like a co-creation going on between you and the universe or God or whatever you want to illustrate it or brand it as. And what's happening is you're beginning to build your own life based upon how you see fit. And you're doing the things that you think are going to feed your life and how it's going to build upon itself. And the thing is that I always think about Josie Wales when he, as problematic as that film is, but he approaches another character and he says, I have death and I have life on each side of my hip. And now what is it going to be? Is it going to be life or is it going to be death? And we can destroy or we can breathe life into things. And I know that us as the rock and things that we can control that are the rock, we can absolutely breathe life and give life to those things no matter what. I look at a lot of artists and musicians that just will pick up a guitar and just start breathing life into the air. It's beautiful. It's a really beautiful thing. And I know that it's possible for a lot of artists. And I know that it's possible for you, even though you may not consider yourself an artist. But I come back to this. The sculptor sees the rock for what it will be, not for what it is. And I think the big thing as we wrap this up is the sculptor. We may not consider ourselves to be sculptors. We may have known ourselves to be destroyers. We may have known ourselves to be something that is entirely abandoning the rock. We don't know. But I want you to know from this video that you not only are the sculptor, but you are the rock. You are essentially co-creating this whole thing, and you get to say what goes where and curate how it's going to look and how it's going to be going down the road. You have that control. And I wish for you to not give that control up to anything else other than yourself. And so that's the one thing I'll leave you in this video, because I really wanted to talk, just illustrate the autonomy and agency that you do have, even in moments when you feel you have little to none of it. And I can entirely relate with that. And I know a lot of people that are watching this can relate with that as well. When you feel like you have absolutely no control of your life, and I always think of it as like the banner on the back of a plane that's an advertisement. It's just like, flailing in the air. Feels like that sometimes. However, you are the sculptor, you are the rock, and what it will be is up to you. So best of luck with that. You won't even need luck. It's already happening. You're already sculpting it. It's already getting done. This sun is going down, and so is snow right now. Snow in April. Come on, y'all. But we'll take it. We'll work with it. Yeah. Well, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this one, and that'll wrap it up for today. See you in the next one.